Hi, my name is Richardson. I'm the president of the 4-H Adventurers Club, where I teach younger kids all about livestock and how to do community service. I'm also part of the county council team where I'm vice president. Today I will be explaining what I have learned about artificial insemination in cattle. What is artificial insemination? It is a method of breeding livestock manually, where you collect semen from the bull manually and deposit it manually into the female or heifer's reproductive tract. I am very lucky to have one of my friend's dads that does artificial insemination, where he also worked on one of my very own heifers, where I got to help him hands-on. Now I'm going to introduce you to my heifer. This is my heifer, Mira. She is a Brayford, and she turns 3 years old in March. She got artificially inseminated in April of last year. Here are some traits that she has to tell when she's gonna give birth. So her belly has dropped a whole lot, making her hips stick out. She's gotten bagged up in a mammary system to feed the calf, and it has started to dip right here, which is her insides getting ready to push out the calf. Once it sinks in more, then we'll know that she's ready to have her baby within the next 24 hours. Now I'm going to explain how to artificially inseminate a heifer. First, you would put them in a squeeze chute. It is a big machine that holds the cattle still and squeezes on their sides so they can't move and get injured or injure the person doing the procedure. When you're inseminating, you store your semen in a big liquid nitrogen tank that gets down to negative 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Once you pull out the semen out of the tank, you need to use a certain tool to pull it out with, which are these tweezers. You pull them out of the tank, which has the bull's name on it and the semen in the straw. Next, you get out your semen thaw, which gets the semen to a warmer temperature to where you can put it into the heifer. How this works is you fill it up with water, and this is a thaw thermometer. If it's under this line, it is too cold and cannot be used for the heifer until it's warmer. Once it gets up here in the green area, it is ready to be put into the heifer. If it is above, it is too hot to put into the heifer. So you would stick this inside of it and put water in it, and then with your tweezers you put your semen straw in it and close it. Now on the back of the machine, it has a sign that says heating and ready. This light will turn on when it's heating the semen, and this will turn on when it is ready to be pulled out and used for the heifer. Next, once you have your semen and your heifer ready, you will get a glove. This keeps you from spreading bacteria into the heifer's internal organs. This goes all the way up to your shoulder so it can be properly used. And then you get lubricant, which goes all over the glove so it can be put, so it can slide right into the heifer without hurting them or getting caught in any ridges. have your glove and your straw, you get your straw cutter. So once you have your semen, and once it is in the tool that puts it into the heifer, you put it in the tool, then you stick the straw in right here and you push down to clip off the tip of it so the semen is exposed and can be pushed out into the heifer's reproductive system. Once you're ready to inseminate the heifer, you stick your arm with the glove on up into the rectum of the heifer and hold the semen until you get inside the rectum. Why do you put your hand in the rectum? Well, when your hand is in the rectum, it helps guide the semen straw into the cervix correctly without injuring the heifer and make sure it gets into the right place to impregnate the heifer. Then once you get your straw into the cervix and you know it's in there, you push in the semen and push it all in, then take it out and take your arm out, and then you have artificially inseminated a heifer. Another important part of when you're inseminating a heifer is there's something called the AM/PM rule. That is when you inseminate them once, it's either in the morning or the night. You do it the morning or the night after. So if you wake up in the morning and you inseminate the heifer, you do it again at night. Because when cattle are breeding naturally, the bull mounts them multiple times. So you do it for better chances of impregnating the heifer. Some people harvest their semen themselves from their own bulls, and they ship it off all over the world to get more genetic variety of their bull into other animals. Or some of those people, like me, buy the semen online. You can go on any kind of bull's websites and find the perfect bull for your heifer. Another very important part of insemination or breeding in general is your heifer needs to be in heat. Why does the heifer need to be in heat? Well, that is when the heifer is ovulating. Just as a human, it is when the egg gets released from the ovary and in the fallopian tube where it is the most easiest for them to get pregnant or bred. But once you only have about 12 to 18 hours to inseminate or breed your heifer before they are out of heat, and your chances get lower of your cattle getting impregnated. What is standing heat? Standing heat is when they are sexually receptive and when their hormones allow them to want to be bred and ovulate. When you own heifers and want to breed them, you have to make sure that your heifer is of age. If your heifer is too young and it gets bred, it is very inhumane and it can hurt them very badly, and they will make stillborn babies or calves. The ideal age to breed a heifer is 14 months of age. That is when they hit their mature weight and can have their estrous cycle or their heat cycle. In conclusion, I got my information for this presentation from the past year of hands-on experience and from this year's Florida State Skillathon. I hope you learned a little bit of information from this. See you out there.